definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Louisville offense back out now. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines running for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, Howell now. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Howell out of the shotgun. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over first and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A very quick pass to Ridley. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he gets it down to the 32. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 1. Out of the gun, it's Howell. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Howell down to throw it. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run with Gibson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Landry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Fights him off. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And his pass incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route, and tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Back to throw, Howell. Now a short one to Gesicki. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Howell. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Straight ahead, Gibson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And Gordon's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Howell from the gun. Now a short one to Gesicki. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Back to the ground with Gibson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing here, Howell. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's caught by Howard. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Howell. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And it's caught. Touchdown. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Wizards are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. Touchdown! Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, Howell back to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Howell out of the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A give up the middle to Gibson. Shrugs him off. And he's got it to about the 40.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And Howell will throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Now Howell. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Howell down to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
It's Howell with another throw. And that is incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This taken in at the goal line. Landry brushes him off. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just...
Travis Kelce! And he will finally be scored it out of bounds, down inside the 35. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one, 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go, timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this one, Charles, it's only the 3rd quarter, but they appear to be well on their way to victory.
I would say so, because a 1-score lead you don't even count, but a 2-score lead you know it can evaporate in an instant. 3 scores, feeling good, but you know it's not over yet. But now they've got a 4-score cushion. I think you can feel pretty confident in the fact this is going to go your way.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. Howell toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Faking the handoff. Howell to Gordon, out left. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And here's a give to Gibson. Shifts by him at the 25. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Howell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Little bootleg here. Howell. Touchdown! Josh Gordon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Wizards get a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jarvis Landry and company heading back onto the field now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it complete to Perkins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 38-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the books here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Powell's throw taken in by Watkins here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Powell from the gun. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Nifty move. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 97 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Howell. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Wizards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. And that'll be caught by Tony. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The Louisville offense back out now. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. A handoff for Gibson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Howell, he'll look to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run. It's Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Howell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Howell. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Gordon with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Wizards have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 21. Let's start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now they'll bring Tony in motion left. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes to throw once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Mahomes now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Howell throwing on first down here. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. On second down, a run with Gibson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
On the return, it's Tony. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Pacheco once again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. It's taken to the 26. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 9. A minute 50 to play. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Here's Howell. Got a man. It's Gibson complete. Another try. 2nd and 10 now. Howell to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. just tossed it away, but that brings up fourth.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And that's caught inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Second down, Howell back to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Seibert's kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason, and what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.